Alright, uh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do my Arnold movies along with my sports movies. And before I get started, I told you guys Rumble Roses for 360 was the only like one of those I don't know, I guess girl bikini games I didn't have. I don't know what else to call them. It's female Japanese wrestlers. Um, it's like 60, $70 everywhere on eBay, and it's mostly just the Japanese import. Like the American version's hardly even there on eBay, which is really weird. Hmm. And it's weird, like between the two Rumble Roses games, only two of them that reported to the US. The first one, which is on PlayStation 2, is not even there at all. Um, but they want that much for a, just a really, I don't know, not even, it's a really basic wrestling game that doesn't even have any like special moves or anything that I'm aware of. That just got like suplexes and body slams in it. I mean, I paid less for Dead or Alive Volleyball, Dead or Alive 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 individually. They're all about $30. What makes Rumble Roses so? I guess it was limited print or something. Maybe that was it. Could be one of those games where there's only a few of them printed. Maybe that's why it's so expensive, and maybe the only one that have it on there is it's a Japanese import. Maybe there's very few of them made. Maybe that's it. I don't know much about the history of the game. But anyway, on to the Arnold movies. Okay, I got the two Conan movies, and I watched the first one all the way through, but I did not watch the second one because his acting is so bad in both of these. It's just like I hate to say it. In his early movies, it's like Sylvester Stallone's early Rocky movies, or yeah, these guys' accents. I don't know if it's the way the audio is done in the DVD or what, but they you can't hardly understand what they're saying. Them or Stallone. I mean, their accents are just really I don't know, hard to understand in their earlier movies. I don't know if it's the audio mixing quality or what. Because, like, I can watch this movie, Predator, and I can understand everything he's saying. But in that one, he sounds like he's mumbling more than he's talking. or another Arnold movie is this one. Like I said, I got Total Recall. Again, the audio quality's better. Maybe, like I said, of all my Arnold movies, that's the one with audio's the worst. Maybe it's the way it's made. I don't know. But then we have the two Terminators. And yeah, I know I don't have the other, 100 movies or whatever in the Terminator franchise. But I do have one more Terminator. This one, Genesis. Along with all this other stuff that's in this bundle. I bought it to watch Interstellar. But then after I kind of stumbled across a review of Interstellar, I found out that it's like 2001 Space Odyssey. You'd have to be high to understand it. And I was like, no, thank you. Yeah, I don't like movies where you have to be high to understand them. No, thank you. I don't like to get high. I don't get high. And here's Commando. And like if you've ever played Contra, this character here, this version of this Arnold character, I don't know what his name is. Oh, it's Colonel Matrix. Anyway, Colonel Matrix and Rambo are basically the sprites for Contra. And then I have Kindergarten Cop, which I understand they did a remake of this movie, but I don't know much about it. I know it was like the character, the kid with the star kid was a girl, but that's all I know about it. I just barely stumbled across it looking up that. And then here's Twins, which the only other the only other soft movie I know about Arnold was I think Junior. And I know the other ones I don't have that are good by him, or as far as I know they're good. I don't have the Running Man. I don't have True Lies, which I don't even think True Lies is even available. Like available like on Blu-ray. I don't think. Um, and then here's another like classic thing, and like I said, I got this for Lost in Space mainly, but I've never watched anything other than Lost in Space and Red Planet on here. And these, I just haven't watched any of them. I don't know why I just haven't bothered with it. But then anything that is made by JJ, I think is well, junk. And here's another classic collection. I got this for Johnny Mnemonic and Fifth Element, and I've already got like a Star Troopers box set, but I just wanted to get it. Was the only way I could find Johnny Mnemonic and Fifth Element on there was that bundle. All right. Um. Yeah, also, here's the Deep Purple's greatest hits. It's weird. They thought these were gonna go away. Like we thought we weren't gonna have physical music anymore, and well, they brought it back. I mean, we have you can get physical CDs, albums, records, LPs, I guess you call them. But you can get those, so those came back. Maybe somehow, some way, physical games won't die out completely, and they'll find some way to fix that. Because like I said, we have we have standard Blu-ray. I think that's a four. No, that's not 4K. I don't have any 4K. We have standard Blu-ray, 4K Blu-ray, DVD. You know. Now I'm gonna grab the sports games real quick. So this I'm gonna show you. This is for Talladega Nights. This again was the only way to get it because it wasn't sold separately. I could find at the time. So yeah, Talladega. So there are like a lot of these I have. Yeah, because I wanted certain movies in a bundle and I was on my way to buy them. And then we have my favorite sports movie, Bad News Bears. Um, so I have that. And I've only ones I saw Bad News Bears are the ones with Walter Matthau with this one right here at the top, and the Bad News Bears Go to Tokyo. I never seen the other two with I don't know who this guy is in the road tour. Never heard of him. And then I've never seen the one with Billy Bob Thornton either. So then I got like I said, I bought this to get League of Their Own. Used to watch that all the time when it was on TV. I have not watched the other two movies, in it. And then I got this for Wildcats and the replacements. As well, Wildcats had a female coach, in California. Well, actually, the story's based, I think, in Chicago, but had a female coach on their football team, and she actually won. I think the woman that took over the San Francisco 49ers lost more games. Yeah, kind of like when GM let a woman run their show, or Disney let a woman run male run. Well, anytime you let a female, run something that has mostly a male user base or audience, uh, and then here's like the unnecessary roughness. That's the main art, and then that's the back. And like I said, that girl is not the main character. She's like a side character. She's like I think the kicker. And like yeah, they just like yeah, that would not work. If you put a real girl on a football field with a bunch of guys, she's probably gonna be a smudge on the field by the time it's over. I mean, because women are probably easier to crush under a 400-pound person than men. I'm pretty sure. And I'm not sounding the best. I'm not saying it about sound sexist. I'm just saying it to be honest. But yeah, and then Varsity Blues, my brother's one of my brother's favorite football movies. Yeah, that's weird. I don't really like football because my brother's got to do all that football stuff growing up, and I didn't get to do anything. I didn't get to ever do anything. But yeah, that's it for those movies. But yeah, like it's a True Lies and the Running Man is the only other good Arnold ones I'm missing. Um, oh, if you guys are wondering what's on the Deep Purple Greatest Hits, it does have Smoke on the Water. And if you and the only ones I know by that I know by them are Highway Star, Space Truckers, and Smoke on the Water. I don't know the rest of that stuff on there, but yeah. But you know what? The one thing all these guys that have made these posts about physical disc and cartridge going away for video games, they pointed out one factor that because of that, all we're gonna do is just get a cycle or remake everything anyway. So we're gonna get like 100 Halo Master Chief collections, 100 Gears of War ones. You know, yeah, this is gonna be remake hell, which is just really sad. That the physical media is going away. And you guys see I like physical media. And just think about all the people. I mean, people are suing them over this, which they should, because it does make it a monopoly. Because if all you can do is buy on a digital store, yeah, I got some PC games. I bought them off the Microsoft store, but I could also, like I said, buy them off Steam, buy them off GOG, buy them off Epic. If I wanted to buy, PC games, I have multiple download stores for these games, um, but it just feels kind of aggravating to know that the next consoles after these are just going to be digital only. And like I said, making them internet requirement is already not fair anyway, because like Xbox One does not do crap without the internet. But just the fact that, yeah, I mean, your internet is not stable everywhere. What part of internet is not good across the entire planet these idiots not get? I mean, we do not have broadband internet everywhere, even in my own state, and probably even a lot of your other states or towns. I'm pretty sure we don't have perfect internet everywhere. I mean, shouldn't Stadia have proved that? Because like I can't download a lot of games. Like I said, to download Atari 50th Anniversary, which I did download because the disc was like $70. Um, but I downloaded it for 30 with the DLC. But to download that, um, it took all night. It took 3 hours. Downloaded an 8 GB size game on my internet. 3 hour, I think it was like 2, 3 hours top, somewhere around there, to download an 8 GB size file for just the base game. It wasn't even including the DLC. That was just the base game size. I thought it said 6 because of my distant TV. No, it was 8, but yeah. And half the time my phone don't even want to upload because my internet's crap. So that's gonna make a whole bunch of people. I mean, already people like you said, oh, you buy 360 or buy Switch One. Doesn't they don't they realize that even some places have internet data caps where you can only download so much? I mean, mine's just a connectivity and interference problem, so the internet has good days and bad days. But just think about it, that's a whole bunch of people that are just gonna be locked out of gaming completely because they don't have the best internet. I mean, that should be some kind of anti-consumer law or something. I mean, there's got to be something they can do with that. There's got to be some kind of consumer protection rights or something. You know, I mean, people are filing lawsuits based on that, which they should. They should. I mean, on top of that, $80, $90 games for a download. Like I said, I just told you guys what I paid for a game because the physical costs more, but I like having the option. I think the rest of you do too. Because if people didn't like physical, why do we almost go to a completely digital music future with Spotify and Napster? And then you go in Walmart and there's a shelf full of these. About 2 or 3 shelves full of these. Then above that's 2 or 3 shelves of the big old records. Okay? And then you go over and there's a mixed shelf of, DVDs and Blu-rays, you know. I mean, so yeah. So this right here should show that people want to own their media. I mean, and they say, oh, well, you can only buy on our online store. Well, no, that's not feasible for everyone. Everybody has good internet. Not everybody's. I mean, I know why they're doing it because they don't know how to compress data anymore because they're retarded. It's weird. They used to fit a whole video game on a CD this size, but they don't know how to compress. They're too stupid. Don't know how to compress anymore. And in fact, it's all remake, remaster hell anyway. That's part that really makes me mad. That's the reason I don't want to buy Xbox Series X. Nothing but remakes. PlayStation 5, nothing but 30 copies of The Last of Us. I mean, I don't know. It's just, video games kind of lost their interest for me. So I have all the original hardware and original consoles for the stuff I want to play. I know not everybody has that, but when you buy the remake and it's got the pronoun garbage in it, and it's literally that garbage. Because, and I say this, anybody that goes and does that gender sex change surgery crap, you're garbage. Because, I mean, you're literally, your body has turned to garbage because it's not meant to function that way. I mean, if you were born with male DNA, you have male bone density, male muscle mass density, or tolerances, or whatever you're supposed to call it. And if you were born with female DNA, those factors still are there. I mean, I think I'm just ranting. I'm done. I just think I think if enough people raise hell, they'll backpedal. Cause I mean, think about it. How about this? Nobody buy if they don't backpedal, then nobody buys the darn thing. We just boycott it. Just boycott it. Don't buy the piece of junk. Just boycott it. Boycott the stupid thing.